Hello, this is Mario Kaiba. Now today's video is going to be a lore slash backstory on the Multiverse of Mario Kaiba, as well as some of my other avatars slash models I use for my Miku Miku dance videos. Overall, let's get to it. Now first on the list would be the main Mario Kaiba. You'll know my backstory. I was an a-hole who made it to Twitch affiliate, but ended up in a depression as well as being sick for over a month. However, certain rapping Reaper had produced a song around then called Up With Their Heads. I got introduced to it, decided that it was time to light a fire under my ass and get back to streaming, because I did not make it to Twitch affiliate for nothing. Along my journeys, I met a certain witch. I kept calling her cute, making her blush too much. She accidentally discharged magic and turned me into a bunny. Because before, I just looked like this, no bunny ears. Well, before us, I wore a white suit, but I decided to do a skate punk look. If you're curious about the shirt, it's actually something I sell on my Teespring store. Links in the description of the store if you're interested. And yes, that's supposed to be a gun he carries on his side. Now next, we have Zombie. Now Zombie is actually the most complicated model and member of the Multiverse of Mario Kaiba. Why, you ask? Because Zombie used to actually look like this, same outfit at all. Well, and same outfit and all. However, in Zombie's universe, got into an accident. Well, originally as replacing this guy with the Zombie model, but decided to do the Multiverse Mario Kaiba so I could use this model when I need to. But yeah, got into an accident. Freaking my friend Hiseo, who is also a mad professor, to save me, put my brain and vocal cords into this body, as well as pieces of my flesh, as you can see. And my left eye. I don't even know where these freaking pieces of flesh came from. But during the operation, the IRS knocked down his door and took the remaining body parts for back taxes that I owed. And they destroyed his cabbages. He still will not let me off the fact that they destroyed the cabbages. Ugh. Though I do admit I feel bad for those poor cabbages. Now, Zombie has a few quirks. Like, other than having just a few parts from the main Mario Kaiba in the same voice, which is this one, Zombie likes to drink embalming fluid. Mainly, he started drinking it to keep the green parts of the body from rotting any further. Because, patchwork zombies, zombies just do not know where those parts came from most of the time. But the Zombie acquired a taste for it. Another fun fact is Zombie hates being on Twitter because the Zombie feels like they're starving to death. Well, okay, to be honest, Zombie does not really have any pronouns. Identifies as a male because that's where the body came from, as a male body. This one, in their own universe. But Zombie does not mind if people refer as female as well. Heck, Zombie will even call itself an it. Pronouns don't matter, but if people get on the case saying, it should be they, them, Zombie actually gets pissed. Don't know why, but Zombie just does not like the they, them pronouns. Now, next up is Fem Kaiba. Now, I need to do something real quick, because you can't see the ears right now, can you? There, that should make the ears easier to see. Now, Fem comes from a gender-bent universe. Even met a gender-bent version of Ebru, who was the witch that turned these two into bunnies in the first place. However, when I created Fem originally, which was way before Zombie, it was due to trying to make the tail thing. Why? Because, come on, bunnies needed tails. And these are the original ears from the Vroid Beta, too. Fem's gimmick is from being from Vroid Beta. I had an updated version which had the ears and stuff that this guy has, no tail, but decided to bring back Fem as the beta version due to Zombie having the similar ears to this guy. Yeah, one ear's a different color and different skin textures as well, but heck, even curvier. But I wanted to easier differentiate from Zombie, so Fem has the Vroid Beta appearance. Heck, Fem lacks the same outlines that the other avatars I use have. And doesn't have the Mythosaur tattoo or the Rebel Alliance tattoo. Because that's a gimmick. Fem is from Vroid Beta. I thought about giving her thicker outlines, especially around the hair because the ears were made with a hair trick like the tail was. But decided against it. But when I created Fem, I was due to trying to use Vroid Hair Merger to put the hair with the tail because the tail was a different asset that I modified, which was also hair. I decided to see what it looked like on a female model, so I put the hair on a female model, then my skin textures, and I was like, yeah. That should be my gender bend. Overall, Fem's adjustments, they're all default from the Vroid Beta. So, that's part of her gimmick. Vroid Beta gender bend. Then next we have the Soviet super cyborg designated MK Rasputin, or just Rasputin for short. Now due to the black hair, I need to change the background back to white. And done. Now, why is this guy called Rasputin and not a bunny and wearing a hoodie that says USSR? That's because he comes from a universe where the Soviet Union won the Cold War. I gave him black hair because I wanted the red highlight to the fact that I wanted to make him somewhat more different from the other Kaibas than not being a bunny. The reason I made him a cyborg is because of a different model I'll get into later, the B420. However, I was just being lazy with assets, so I gave him assets originally from the B420, like red shoes, which I later added a sickle and hammer to. I actually got rid of the metal right arm and focused on being his left side that mainly got replaced. Now, believe it or not, Rasputin has a small scar around here, and he has the red eye that used to belong to the B420. Scar is a default asset from Vroid Studio. Heck, the reason I even made him wear full-length pants to further differentiate him from Mario Kaiba's outfit. And it explains the hoodie, which actually has Rasputin written in Russian. Yeah, I used a translator, put in Rasputin, and that's what came out in Russian. He got into his own accident and was rebuilt. However, it gave him too much of a shock to the head that he thought that he was actually the reincarnation of Rasputin. Though MK Rasputin was just his designation, that did not help the fact. Now, as for him being the reincarnation of Rasputin, highly debatable. Because none of these Mario Kaibas are the reincarnation of Rasputin in their own universes. He just thinks he's the reincarnation of Rasputin. But due to that, he's actually better with the ladies. And now these are the 4 avatars I use in the members of the Multiverse of Mario Kaiba. Now let's get on to the other models I use in my Miku Miku Dance videos. Starting with Rules-chan over here. Originally, there was a sim I created during a Sims 4 stream to be the wife of the Mario Kaiba sim. Because you know, Sims can't be alone, that I named Rules-chan. Eventually, I made her into a bunny girl in VRoid Beta. But when I was still making clothes for VRoid characters to sell on both, I made a year of the Tiger Bunny Girl outfit. Now, the full version of VRoid Studio, I did Femme Kaiba on and got rid of the hair ears and gave bunny ears like this. And I used her for the bunny ear version, but I also made a cat girl version which had tiger ears. So in order to compensate, I decided to update Rules-chan as a tiger girl. Her ears, the cuffs, collar, tie, shoes are all assets from that outfit. The reason why she looks the way she does is a joke. She's short because people tend to not notice the rules or just ignore them. She dresses like this to try to get people to pay attention to her because she's a personification of the rules. Not the personification, just one of the many personifications. And she's also my mascot. You can't have a too tall mascot, can you? But yeah, that's Rules-chan. Next, I'm getting to this guy, the B420. Now, why is he not just an alternate version of Mario Kaiba from another universe? It's because his lore is deeply tied into zombies. Now, note, the IRS did take zombies' remaining body parts for back taxes. But what were they going to actually do with body parts legally? They couldn't sell them, so they decided to take the remainder of the body and turn it into a cyborg. Everywhere that zombie still has Kaiba flesh, this guy has metal implants. You can see he has prosthetic left arm, prosthetic part of his face, even a prosthetic leg. Do the part of the fingers of the right arm being used for the zombie model. He has a mostly metal right arm as well. He actually has more metal in him than Rasputin because I decided to remove metal and I made the frickin' Rasputin avatar. Now, originally he had like a red tie, a red string on his gun belt, and red shoes, as well as a red accented belt, but I decided to use those parts for Rasputin to the fact that I originally retired this guy. Originally, it was going to show up on my streams and small video segments. And the story was that I was chasing after a zombie to collect the rest of the Kaiba body parts for back taxes. And oh boy, I need a drink. Yeah, that's better. I'm telling you now, doing this voice does really hurt your throat. But screw the rules, I'm a bunny. Anyway, I I took him out of retirement to the fact that I only had 5 models. Main, Zombie, Fem, Rasputin, and Rules-chan, which is basically the main members of Multiverse of Mario Kaiba and the mascot. When I realized I needed a 6th avatar for a certain video, I brought the B420 out of retirement. Now, like he used to have some of the red assets that are on Rasputin, he used to actually just have basically the same hair asset. When I brought him back, I decided to give him some black hair, but unlike Rasputin, who has red highlights in his hair, the B420's black hair has goldenrod highlights. Because goldenrod is actually B420's other discerning factor. Now, when I decided to think government, I ended up going with army green for the shoes. The little string there. I even changed the light and leather thigh holster belts to green. And instead of a string, he has an army green elastic band over there. Now, because I gave Rasputin the red eye, I had to do something about that. It took me a while before I decided on electric blue. And decided that to be his other accent color. Like where the star chip's supposed to go on the double dueling gloves, because I gave that asset to Rasputin, I decided to make that into star-like lights in electric blue. The gloves have more electric blue on them. As you can see, that looks slightly different to the goldenrod bands, but that's actually a thick layer of electric blue. Even his buckle on his thing here has some electric blue in it. I chose electric blue to the fact it looks like it's lit up, and he's a cyborg. So some light-up accessories are kind of fun. Another fun fact is he's actually taller than Rasputin in the main Mario Kaiba. The reason for that is when I realized that they added a height feature in Vroid Studio, I temporarily removed the hair and bunny ears to make Kaiba and Rasputin to my actual height of 5'8". Had to transfer it to centimeters, but still. The B420 I never changed the height on at all. The joke there is the cybernetics made him taller. Another reason I brought him back is to play a villain role. Because think about it. The IRS stole the body parts from Zombie that were not used for back taxes that Universe Mario Kaiba owed. And what's more evil than a murderous cyborg? A murderous cyborg tax collector. The reason he has a similar outfit to the main Mario Kaiba is the fact he's supposed to be like the anti-Mario Kaiba. Similar to a palette swap. But I decided not to give him the horse shirt and made a special shirt for him, which I do not have in my store, saying the Cyborg B420 online. Nod to Fallout's Liberty Prime online. In the back of his shirt is a little, it's not the official IRS symbol, but it has a Terminator reference with I'll be back, and then it says for your taxes. Not as skate punky as Mario Kaiba, but still. Now last but not least, when it comes to the MMD3, which I mainly use them in MMD, is Rules-chan EM. Now EM can stand for enforcement mode, like enforcing the rules, or it can be enhanced mode. Now I originally created her due to an issue I was having with a video I was making. Fem and Zombie, these two were too tall for the female model needed for the motion in Miku Miku Dance. I needed another female model, but did not want to make another OC. So I decided that Rules-chan here could use a transformation. And that transformation is the more curvy, enhanced mode of Rules-chan. She's taller, stronger, and more voluptuous. Now, I decided that her hair needs to be different other than shape, so she has purple highlights as well as purple ends of her hair. And her accents to her outfit are also neon purple as well. Like the things on her bunny girl outfit, parts of the bottoms of her shoes, the actual bottoms are still black. Even the accents on her tiger tie are neon purple. And she has face markings as well as whiskers. And neon purple makeup, while Rules-chan still has the black makeup I used to use for film. Well, not black, it's dark purple. But due to the fact I wanted to have my mascot in my videos, having a taller version was a good idea. Because this taller version can be used for the female role in some stuff that require a certain height. She's like 150 centimeters. Besides, when I need a shorter male model, I can actually use Zombie instead due to the fact that Zombie is male on the inside and has male vocal cords. But I do not ship either form of Rules-chan with any of my other characters, including the main members of the multiverse, due to the fact that she's a fictional mascot. She's not real. Well, none of these guys are real except for me. But you get my point. But yeah, there's the main four, which are the members of the multiverse, which is the main Kaiba, Mario Kaiba, the zombie Mario Kaiba, Fem Kaiba, and MK Rasputin. And the other models I use for Miku Miku Dance, which is Rules-chan mascot, the B420 Cyborg, which is the main villain in most of the stuff, and Rules-chan's enhanced mode for when I need a more average female height model. Again, she's actually shorter than the default female height, which, without the shoes, Fem is. Zombie is actually slightly taller than Fem, but the shoes make up the difference. Because, I mean, look at those shoes. They're a special kind of sandal that raises the feet. Zombie is actually taller than Fem. So if I were to take out the shoes, the heights would go Zombie, Fem, Rules-chan, M, and then Rules-chan. While Rasputin and main Kaiba are technically the same height, Kaiba has the ears to extend it. But naturally, as I put in canon through the cybernetics, V420 is actually the tallest of my models. I do have some other models I haven't used for MMD yet, like the avatars I made for my friends Zaya Returns and Lady Titania Lake. But this video is about my actual avatars as well as the three I use for extra models in Miku Miku Dance. Now, what do you think? What is your favorite form of Mario Kaiba? Or which characters are your favorite in general? Personally, when it came to designing, I like Zombie and Rules-chan EM the best. Personally, I just think they're the cutest models I made that put the most effort into. But what are your thoughts now that you're educated on the multiverse of Mario Kaiba? Please leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't. And of course, my other socials in the, well, your left to my right. Until next time, this has been Mario Kaiba. Screw the rules. I'm a bunny. Peace out.